Irashaimase. Hello and welcome to Fitaurus Kitchen. I'm your host, Chef Fitaurus. On the menu today, we've got the weekly gaming schedule and my own personal gaming menu. So what do we have on the schedule this week? Let's get cooking and find out. So for North America, it looks like it's a relatively quiet week. In fact, going and looking ahead, it doesn't appear that there's a whole lot left on the calendar for December, and not a whole lot in early January as well, which is, par for the course, I suppose. But there are quite a few titles going and releasing on the Japanese front in December at least. And then there are some titles that are of great interest to myself going and releasing both in North America and in Japan over the course of the next couple months. So looking at this week, we have a few titles going and releasing that are big hitters on Tuesday. Probably the last couple big releases of the year. We go and see Just Cause 3 from Square Enix, as well as Ubisoft's Rainbow Six Siege, both going and hitting on Tuesday. But for my pick of the week for the earlier half of the week, definitely Darius Burst Chronicle Saviors, which were released for the Vita yesterday on Monday, November 30th, and is releasing on the PlayStation 4 tomorrow, December 2nd. Then we go and move on to the later half of the week. It's relatively light overall as is. There are a few titles going and releasing in Japan, as well as Pokemon P-Cross available for the eShop. Of note, the Mario and Luigi RPG Paper Mario Mix, which will be named Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, is going and releasing in Japan this week. In addition to those titles releasing later in the week, we have Xenoblade Chronicles X, which is my pick for later in the week, going and releasing on Friday for the Wii U. And then a weird Saturday release, we go and have Yokai Watch Just Dance Edition going and releasing for the Wii U in Japan on Saturday. And that's the gaming schedule for this week. Definitely a little on the light side. So for my own personal gaming menu for this week, I'll definitely go and be putting in quite a bit more time with the titles you go and see behind me. Well, not quite the original Trails in the Sky, but Trails in the Sky second chapter, as well as Yokai Watch. So I went and started Trails in the Sky second chapter last week, and I have to go and say I'm having a blast with it. It's really fun to go and have a game pick up right after the title that came before it. It actually would have been really disappointing to go and have finished the original Trails in the Sky years ago and just be waiting and waiting and waiting for second chapter, as the game really does go and pick up just right after where the first one goes and ends. So if you're looking for a really long consecutive series, that's definitely one that I can go and heartily recommend at this point. In addition to that though, with Darius Burst Chronicle Saviors going and releasing this Wednesday, I'll likely go and be putting as much time as I possibly can into that one, so definitely go and expect a video of that right away. So that's what I've got on my gaming menu for this week. What do you have on your gaming menu this week? I'm interested in going and hearing. Are you still going and playing titles that you've gone and picked up, or are you going and playing other games that you've had on the back burner for a while now, as you maybe are going and getting closer to completion on some other titles? Please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to go and hear from you. Thank you so much for coming out and joining me today for the weekly gaming menu, and I hope to go and see you again next week.